$1 million lie has just been exposed in the global media spotlight. The powerful CEO of the world's most luxurious supercar empire confidently asserted that the components of his $4 million machine were proprietary, sophisticated, and completely inaccessible to any independent mechanic. Nevertheless, a mechanic in a grease-stained hoodie in the UK decided to turn the tables. With ordinary wrenches and incredible perseverance, he not only dismantled the symbol of capitalist pride, but also uncovered a shocking secret hidden beneath its expensive carbon fiber shell.
Here is the front of a Bugatti Chiron Persport, and here is the rear half of a Bugatti Chiron Persport.
This historic confrontation has forever changed the game. In the final days of January 2026, Matt Armstrong decided to perform a highly symbolic act at the Skinworks tattoo parlor. He chose to permanently engrave the image of the Bugatti Chiron onto his left leg, a decision that was not simply body art, but a commitment in ink that he would see this controversial restoration project through to the end, but skeptical statements from Bugatti's CEO about its feasibility. That silent vow was quickly put to the test by the most arduous and complex mechanical work at the tuning workshop, where the legendary W16 engine awaited a rare revival. During the disassembly and thorough technical inspection of the supercar, Matt discovered serious damage to the gearbox support, which had shattered due to the impact of the previous accident. The French automaker immediately issued a technical warning and a bill for replacing the entire system at a cost of hundreds of thousands of dollars, a figure that could cripple any commercial restoration project. Instead of succumbing to the enormous financial demands, Matt chose a different path by personally disassembling the broken components and taking them to a local precision machining workshop, where skilled welders used advanced welding technology to restore the original load-bearing capacity of the support structure. By March 2026, the atmosphere in the workshop became particularly tense as the engineering team began reconnecting the machine's complex circuitry, including the custom-made cooling system, fuel tank lines, intercooler, and ECU communication ports. Matt Armstrong stood beside the empty engine bay, carefully inspecting each electrical connector and pressure joint before the decisive moment millions awaited. He stepped into the minimalist cockpit, gently turned the ignition key, and the powerful roar of the W16 engine immediately ripped through the space on the first try, accompanied by a custom exhaust system designed specifically for the project. The Bugatti Chiron not only started perfectly, but also shifted gears smoothly, rolling its first few meters in the workshop, a stunning mechanical milestone that helped the episode quickly reach 12 million global views within just a few days of its release. By May 2026, the project accelerated as Matt officially took the Chiron Persport to real-world test tracks to assess the stability of the chassis and suspension under operating pressure. Simultaneously, the car entered the final stages of exterior design with the addition of carbon fiber body panels manufactured by independent partners to bypass the factory's component embargo. Nevertheless, an unforeseen incident occurred during the assembly of the complex carbon fiber body panels when Matt accidentally damaged the fuel tank pressure sensor, causing the fault diagnostic system to trigger a dangerous warning on the dashboard and forcing the entire team to stop and manually disassemble and repair this tiny component. While the battle to restore the Chiron was still ongoing, Matt Armstrong continued to astonish the automotive media by deciding to expand his sights to another icon of the French automaker by acquiring a confiscated Bugatti Veyron from an auction. This Veyron had been diagnosed by the manufacturer's engineers as having a completely faulty drivetrain and was unable to shift gears. Accompanied by an estimated repair cost of up to $300,000 from authorized dealers, Matt used a circuit tester to check the car's fuse box and discovered the real problem lay in a blown fuse. He replaced it with a new component costing only $3, and the Veyron immediately started working normally, much to the astonishment of those present. Standing before the $2 million machines that had been revived, Matt Armstrong shared with his colleagues, "We have proven to the world that the barriers to cutting-edge technology are sometimes just illusions erected to protect a commercial privilege." The perseverance of this independent mechanic created a major crack in the information security and distribution exclusivity that luxury brands always strive to maintain. The secrets of his origins and early life events are key to explaining this unwavering determination. The journey of the boy who grew up in a Leicester mechanic's workshop contained more fateful turning points than the public could imagine. The tragedy of the BMX racing arena. Matt Armstrong was born on June 11, 1993 in Leicester, England, into a family that experienced early turmoil when his parents divorced. Following this upheaval, he grew up under the direct care and nurturing of his biological father, Tony Armstrong, alongside his stepmother, Karen Kay, and his younger sister, Holly Michelle. His new home, though not perfect, possessed a special space. Tony ran a small but bustling auto repair shop filled with the smell of oil and grease. Throughout his years of schooling at Lutterworth College, Matt spent most of his free time after school at his father's small workshop. Instead of participating in typical recreational games with his peers, he chose to sit for hours watching Tony's calloused hands disassemble engine parts, gradually becoming proactive in helping his father with odd jobs like cleaning tools or holding screws. Those days spent diligently wielding wrenches, directly handling metal blocks, and learning the logical thinking of a skilled mechanic inadvertently instilled invaluable foundational mechanical knowledge in the Leicester teenager. Nevertheless, before that knowledge of machinery repair could reach the media spotlight, Matt Armstrong discovered another intense passion: the rotations of BMX bikes. With his innate talent combined with relentless training, he quickly caught the eye of talent scouts and received a lucrative sponsorship deal from the renowned sportswear brand Mad Gear MGP. This opportunity opened a glamorous new chapter in Matt's life, taking the young man away from the Midlands to the professional performance and competition arenas across major cities in France, Germany, and Barcelona. Matt's charisma and exceptional skills were so great that between the ages of 16 and 20, he was invited to Dubai to take on the role of head coach, directly training and choreographing daring BMX stunt shows for the elite there. The cruel turning point came when Matt participated in the qualifying rounds of the BMX World Championships held in Germany, a large-scale event bringing together the most outstanding riders on the planet. In his decisive run, aiming to impress the judges and secure a place in the next round, he decided to perform an extremely difficult technique called the 720 tail whip, involving 2 spins in the air before landing. A split-second misjudgment in balancing caused the bike to lose its balance, and Matt crashed violently onto the hard surface of the track, severely dislocating his entire shoulder blade. Although the organizers acknowledged his extraordinary effort by including Matt in the top 16 of the world's strongest cyclists at that year's competition, the price paid was too high. This injury left him with permanent disabilities, causing his shoulder to become loose and constantly dislocated painfully, so even while he slept, officially ending his career as a top athlete just as he was reaching adulthood. The sudden collapse of his professional sports dream plunged the young man into a huge void, both mentally and financially, as he faced the harsh realities of life. Leaving the spotlight of international competitions, Matt Armstrong was forced to return to square one, with a body no longer intact, to begin a new life. The financial pressures of the post-injury period led him to take on the most menial manual labor jobs in his hometown. The struggling years, returning home with a shoulder injury and a ruined sports career, Matt Armstrong embarked on a difficult struggle to support himself. He applied for jobs and was hired as a part-time employee at bicycle retail stores such as Halford's and Evans Cycles, where he used his limited knowledge of bicycle mechanics to advise customers. This meager income was insufficient to cover the high cost of living in Leicester, forcing him to seek additional nighttime work. He accepted a job as a delivery driver for Spice 45, a local Indian restaurant working shifts that lasted until midnight for meager wages. His constant companion on his late-night delivery trips was a 1993 Ford Fiesta Mark III with a heavily rusted body before he saved up to upgrade to a smaller Volkswagen Lupo. The constant operation on rough roads meant these two old cars frequently suffered serious breakdowns from stalling mid-journey to oil leaks. Lack of the financial means to take the cars to authorized service centers forced Matt to perform repairs himself on sidewalks or dark street corners under the flickering light of a flashlight. The pressures of a struggling life compelled him to thoroughly apply the mechanical skills he had learned from his father to keep his means of earning a living alive. Amidst the struggles of making ends meet, Matt's life was marked by the arrival of Hannah Smith, a woman with similar ideals who later became his fiancée and his stable financial manager. They shared a passion for documenting everyday moments with a small handheld digital camera borrowed from friends. On April 7, 2013, a personal YouTube channel called Matt Armstrong was officially launched on the global digital platform. Initially, the platform wasn't geared towards business or entertainment content, but simply a place where Hannah helped Matt store and upload short videos of his mechanical training sessions to report his progress to former sports sponsors. Over time, public reception shifted significantly. When videos of Matt tinkering with and repairing dilapidated cars on the roadside unexpectedly attracted hundreds of thousands of views from the online community. Revenue from advertising on this digital platform grew steadily, gradually surpassing even his salary from his nighttime food delivery and daytime sales jobs. Recognizing the great opportunity in the content creation industry, at the end of 2019, Matt Armstrong decided to quit his job at the Indian restaurant to become a full-time content creator. He invested all his meager savings in bidding on and buying severely damaged vehicles from scrap yards, vehicles legally classified as wrecked, to create in-depth repair videos. Choosing discarded vehicles as creative material opened a completely different path for the young online mechanic. His initial success in the budget car segment provided a solid foundation both financially and technically for him to expand his workshop. Cars with higher commercial value began to appear in the sights of the independent mechanic in Leicester. Decoding hybrid technology. This strategic shift towards the luxury car segment brought tremendous growth to the independent mechanics media channel, quickly reaching over 5.7 million followers. Heavily damaged vehicles from prestigious brands such as Audi, Maserati, and Bentley were constantly brought to his Leicester workshop for restoration to their operational status. Among them, the comprehensive restoration project of a Bentley Continental GT severely damaged after a collision became a significant technical milestone, establishing his reputation as a leading expert in handling expensive vehicles that were once considered junk by the super-rich. His name truly transcended the borders of England when he decided to participate in an international auction to acquire a severely damaged Ferrari 296 GTB in Cyprus. This advanced hybrid machine was subjected to such a strong impact that it triggered the safety power cutoff system, completely locking down the central control software and turning the car into an immobile block of metal. The Italian automaker's headquarters immediately issued an official statement refusing access to the diagnostic software and technical documentation to repair shops outside of their authorized dealer network. Unwilling to accept the impasse caused by the manufacturer's proprietary technology policy, he decided to spend over $20,000 to import a brand-new hybrid battery pack to reactivate the car's power supply. Nevertheless, replacing this expensive component still failed to get the machine running due to the complex layers of security encryption in the car's electrical system. Through persistent testing of every wire and sensor using specialized circuit measuring equipment, he discovered that the power lock mechanism actually originated from a jammed electronic parking brake and a short circuit in the steering wheel's touch buttons after the accident. After independently decoding the electrical system and successfully reactivating the engine, he began redesigning the entire exterior of this sports machine. Collaboration with independent mechanical engineers helped him successfully fabricate and install a body kit inspired by the professional racing version of the Ferrari 296 Challenge. The perfect revival of a high-tech product rejected by the manufacturer demonstrated the superior technical capabilities of independent mechanics in the face of proprietary barriers. This resounding victory over the Italian automaker's security system gave him the confidence to embark on a challenge of far greater financial and technical scale. The target this time is a product in the ultimate hypercar segment where the world's strictest exclusivity rules are in place. The clash with one of the planet's most powerful automotive corporations began with bold decisions at an American insurance auction. The parts scandal. The auction of a severely damaged Bugatti Chiron Pur Sport at the Copart Insurance Auction in Miami officially sparked an unprecedented legal and media confrontation. This is one of only 60 limited edition vehicles produced worldwide with a real value ranging from $4 to $6 million, a colossal asset typically reserved for the ultra-wealthy. As soon as news spread that an independent content creator owned this machine, Bugatti Rimac CEO Matt Rimac immediately issued a public warning. The company representative asserted that the car's monocoque carbon structure had been severely damaged, rendering it unfit for safety and technical standards unless it was repaired at the official factory in France. Along with that statement, a global parts supply embargo for the car's VIN was quickly established to block all access to parts from the Leicester factory. The manufacturer argued that preventing off-site repairs was necessary to protect user lives and maintain the luxury brand image, which comes with routine maintenance costs of up to $400,000. To prove that the claims of the car manufacturer's proprietary sophistication were merely commercial exaggeration, he began disassembling the steering wheel and center console, which had been deformed after the collision. Here the part number 8, V8804. H, embossed on the back of the knee airbag assembly, was publicly displayed to the cameras, and data from the parts catalog confirmed that this detail perfectly matched the component in Volkswagen Group's Audi A3, a popular urban car. The exposure of the secret sharing of parts between brands under the same parent company dealt a major blow to the monopolistic pricing policies maintained by supercar manufacturers. The situation escalated further when Matt Rimac presented technical analyses to demonstrate that splitting the car body to access the W16 engine was an impossible engineering process without the specialized laser leveling equipment of the Molsheim factory. Faced with the theoretical challenge from the CEO, he and his father carried out the disassembly process on the concrete floor of their independent workshop using standard hand tools. By precisely locating and removing 14 titanium load-bearing bolts combined with rudimentary hydraulic jacks and large plastic containers to support the weight. The massive engine compartment and carbon fiber cabin of the million-dollar supercar were safely and completely separated in front of millions of media viewers. This practical action not only shattered the technical barriers erected by the manufacturer, but also created a powerful wave of debate in the global mechanical community about the right of property owners to self-repair. The transparency in each disassembly video forced a billion-dollar automotive empire to face unprecedented public pressure regarding the honesty of its technological confidentiality claims. The French car group's efforts to block the initial supply chain inadvertently became perfect media material, fueling public curiosity toward the final actual results of this historic confrontation. The entire process of restoring the machines from the wreckage of an American scrapyard has opened a new chapter in changing consumer thinking among global automotive enthusiasts. Matt Armstrong's journey to revive $2 million machines from wreckage is not just a story about screws or the roar of a W16 engine, but a powerful affirmation of the spirit of freedom and the right to repair things ourselves in the face of technological giants. What do you think of this historic confrontation? Does the transparency of the mechanic in the hoodie deserve your support more than the exclusive claims of the dapper CEO? Please leave your comments below so we can discuss. If you enjoy authentic and in-depth documentary footage like this, don't forget to share the video with others who share your passion, and subscribe to the channel today so you don't miss the next episode's Uncovering Secrets. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next videos.